Many people around the world has been wondering what it takes to become a British citizen. This has been a question in the mind of a lot. And if you're a migrant in the UK or someone desiring to call UK your home in the future, then this video is for you. In this video, I'll be providing for you all the information that you need, and I'll be unlocking the secrets to becoming a British citizen by providing for you all the information you need to embark on this life transforming journey of becoming a British citizen. This video will discuss from the eligibility criteria to the application process, and then also life in the UK test. If this is what you want, then this video is for you. I am Osh Global. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you find my content valuable, so that you don't miss out any of my exciting videos on UK visa and life in the UK as a whole. Let's jump right into it. Steps towards becoming a British citizen. There are quite different ways of becoming a British citizen. So I'm just going to start with, let's say one of the ways you kickstart the process towards becoming a British citizen. It could be through student visa. And for you to have a student visa to come to the UK to do your studies, you need what is called proof of sponsorship. And the proof of sponsorship I'm talking about is the one that the institution of learning that has given you admission will give to you. It's part of the things that you use to apply for student visa. Okay, and then there's also need for you to prove that you have enough money to stay to sustain yourself while you are a student. Okay, and student visa presently, with the new increase on visa fees, UK visa fees, student visa presently is £490. So that's by the way. So you've gotten your student visa, and then you're now in the UK. You are not allowed access to public funds, and then while being in the UK, you are expected to work 20 hours. That 20 hours could be, if you want to finish 20 hours in one day, is your business. If you want to split it into 5 days, is your business. But you're not expected to work more than 20 hours a week on a student visa. Please, these things are very important to them, because it's part of the things that will enable you to move to the next level towards becoming a British citizen. If you're on a student visa and you're supposed to be working 20 hours a week, and you work 40 hours a week, 60 hours a week, 35 hours, a week, just know that you are not planning to become a British citizen. You might not even move to the next stage to talk more of becoming a full citizen. So when you have kept all their rules that has to do with student visa, and you have finished your studies, then the next step, you apply for postgraduate visa. Postgraduate visa will allow you to stay in the UK for 2 years, and with this visa, you are allowed to do anything you want to earn a living. Your 2-year postgraduate visa is not limited to any kind of work. It's not limited to care. It's not limited. There is no condition attached to the kind of work you will do with your 2-year postgraduate visa. But it's important that you know that with this kind of visa, you can start up your own business. Yes, for that 2 years. You can own a business for that 2 years. Of course, we know the kind of business you can own within 2 years. You know what I'm trying to explain here. So this 2 years visa is not limited to anything. There is no string attached to it. Okay, the cost for this visa is £822. With the new increment in visa fees, when you have exhausted your 2 years of postgraduate visa, you are eligible to apply for skilled worker visa, formerly known as Tier 2 visa. Skilled worker visa allows you to stay in the UK and work in the UK for up to 5 years. Okay, it allows you to stay in the UK and work in the UK for up to 5 years. With skilled worker visa, you are not allowed to start a business of your own. you are allowed to wear that particular role and the company that they gave you the skilled worker visa for. You are not allowed to change role. You are not allowed to change company. If at all there's need for you to change role or to change company, each time you change role and you change company, you need to get the home office informed with skilled worker visa within those 5 years that you have the skilled worker visa. Each time you change role, each time you change company, you are supposed to let the home office know about it. Also, it's important for me to say this. Some people, they come into the country from skilled worker visa. Okay, you don't have to pass through, you don't have to be a student first before you postgraduate. Some people just come in straight with skilled worker visa. Okay, and skilled worker visa costs depending on your circumstance between £719 to £1,500. It is not static, it is not fixed, it's based on your circumstance. Okay, it's based on a whole lot of things that I will discuss in my videos to come, where I'm going to take all of these video visa types one by one and explain them. Student visa, I'm going to explain it in details in a video to come. Postgraduate visa, I'm going to explain it in details in a video to come. And then this skilled worker visa, I'm still going to explain it in details in video to come. So that skilled worker visa for you. Okay, so if you are planning to become a British citizen and you are on a skilled worker visa, you are allowed to stay in the UK for up to 5 years. Okay, and please, if you have the intention of becoming a citizen, please make sure you abide by their rules. Make sure you have a good character. A lot of things are considered at the end of the day. If you have the intention of becoming a British citizen, okay, they consider a lot of things. Yes, right from when you come in, they consider a lot of things. And the system here works. The system here works perfectly well. Their recording system does not fail them. Honestly, you will see somebody that is 70 years. You can watch the video of how they gave birth to that person. They have it. Yes, I am telling you, the system here works. You can't beat the system, forget it. Do the right thing if you have the intention of becoming a British citizen. Please, make sure you follow the procedure. Make sure you don't get yourself into trouble, because these are the things that they will check at the end of the day. So another way of that you can become a British citizen is via UK ancestry visa. Okay, if you're able to prove to the home office that you have a grandparents, maybe any of your grandparents is a UK citizen or was a UK citizen. If you have enough evidence to prove that, you can apply for a UK ancestry visa, and this visa allows you to stay in the UK for up to 5 years. At the end of the 5 years, if you want, you can renew it for another 5 years, and if you don't want, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. Okay, so if you apply for this visa, it can allow you to stay up to 5 years in the UK if you're able to prove that you have an ancestor, a grandparent that is or was a UK citizen and lived in the UK. Okay, of course, there are some other things that are required outside this. Okay, and, at the expiration of your 5 years, you can renew your 5 years, yes, and have additional 5 years, or you can apply for your ILR, indefinite leave to remain. Okay, that being said, now for you to apply for indefinite leave to remain in the UK, okay, this is the last leg before you can apply for your citizenship. You can apply for ILR. You must have lived and worked in the UK for 5 years. That is if you're not on a global talent visa, where you are allowed to work for 3 years before you can apply for your ILR. Also, you can also apply for indefinite leave to remain if you have lived consecutively in the UK for 10 years and you can prove that you earn up to 25,600 a year, you can also apply for your indefinite leave to remain. Of course, these are not the only requirements before you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. You also have to write the test, okay? The life in the UK test. You must pass it before you apply, because these are part of the requirements. When you go into the government website, the Home Office website, you'll find out that this is not the only requirement. You have to pass the life in the UK test. You have to prove your proficiency in English, and there are a lot of other things that you need to prove. Okay, when you've got all the necessary things, and then you can now apply for your indefinite leave to remain. You must have your indefinite leave to remain before you think of applying for British citizenship. And you can't just have your indefinite leave to remain and you apply for British citizenship. You have your indefinite leave to remain and you must have lived in the UK with your ILR for at least 1 year before you can apply for citizenship, and worked in the UK for up to 5 years, and you intend to apply for ILR. You've gotten everything you need. They also need for the Home Office to know that you're earning a minimum of 25,600 annually, or £10 10, okay, per hour. Yes. Let me explain it further. This is what they're looking out for. Let's say you're working in the health sector. Let me not use health sector. Let's say you're working in education, okay, and for your job function in that education role you're doing, the going rate for that job function is like £27,000 per year. Now you have a job in the education section and you are being paid 26,000 per annum, even though the minimum requirement that the Home Office has stated is 25,600, and you're being paid 26,000 for the job you're doing, and the going rate for that job is 27,000 per year. You are not qualified to apply. What it means is that you are being underpaid, and they don't want somebody that is being underpaid. Because what it means is that you are doing that job out of frustration. That's the way they say it. They don't, yes, because you're not supposed to receive anything less than the going rate, but you're expected to have more, not less. Okay, I hope I've been able to explain it a little bit. I'm going to go into details in videos to come, but what I'm trying to say here is that if you're earning 30,000 pounds per annum, and the work you're doing, the minimum rate for that work, that is what is called the going rate. The minimum rate for that job that the government has given is 32,000, and you're being paid 30,000 per year. Please don't apply, because you are not qualified. What they expect you is this: if the minimum rate is 32,000, for you to be earning £35 to 35,000 per annum, so that figure that is the going rate for your role, your job role, you must not be earning less than that. It's expected that you have more than that before you can apply for your ILR, okay? And ILR is not something you want to apply if you're not well prepared. Okay? The place of your character is very important, because they are going to check it. You need to be somebody of good character. And you also need to prove that you can communicate very well in English. You don't want to pay £2,885 and at the end of the day, you won't achieve a success. That money is too much for somebody to waste. So as a migrant, I'm sure you know what £2,885 can do for you. Nobody wants to waste that kind of money. So make sure that you qualify. Make sure that you have passed the life in the UK test. make sure that you've qualified their test, please. Make sure you've passed it. Okay? Make sure you're qualified. Because the money is not a chicken change. So you have qualified, you have gotten everything, and you have applied, and now, wow, congratulations, you have your indefinite leave to remain. Fine, that's good. Let's take it further. How then does this convert me to a British citizen, you might want to ask? Now, with your indefinite leave to remain, you have to be in the UK for at least 1 year, 12 months before you can think of applying for your citizenship. And let me tell you, there are a lot of other things they consider. Yes, in that 1 year that you have that ILR, you are not expected to be outside the UK for more than 90 days. They check all those things. And then also, they have to check in the 5 years that you had your skilled worker visa, right? They have to ensure that you're not outside the UK for more than 450 days. All these things impact on if you are going to be a UK citizen. Yes. So now you have qualified for everything. Now you have scaled through. Now you have kept all the rules and regulations. Now you've gotten your ILR, and now you have stayed 12 months with your ILR. What is the next thing to do? The next thing is for you to apply for your British citizenship. I think that one is one of the most straightforward things that you might want to do. And I think the IRR and all the other ones, they've generally done most of the work for you, and this costs you not more as much as the IRR that costs £2,885. This is just one. So this costs you just £1,580 to apply for your British citizenship. The process is quite simple, even though it runs into years. Okay, it's quite simple. Be a good person. Don't harass people. Don't say yes when you know you're supposed to say no, because it's going to affect you in the long run. Keep to the rules and regulations of the country. And trust me, you will become a British citizen before you know it. It is easy, it is doable, it is achievable. But it all depends on you, how you look at it, and how you intend to do what you're supposed to do. Until next time, I am still Arch Global, asking you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out in the remaining videos that are coming up on the visa types that I mentioned in this video. Detailed explanation of the visa types that I mentioned in this video. Subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out in those videos when they are posted.